A drone is speeding towards the lake and passes by Teresa's face, which scares her. Caleb arrives laughing at her and she shouts at him for his nonsense shit. Caleb says it's looked like you were gonna piss in your pant. He drinks beer and Teresa asks him to look for his Jessica, who is very ill. Caleb says I gave her some sleeping pills and she'll be fine when she wakes up. He says that since our relationship started, she has forbidden my life. They arrived here to spend vacation and Jessica stops them to invite other friends. Teresa goes to see her and asks her to come out, but she gets no response. She finds her sleeping and says, since you didn't invite anyone else, so can I hang out with your new boyfriend? Jessica answers him while sleeping and Teresa sits near her to read the book. Reading the book, Teresa sees Jessica wakes up suddenly and starts reading the book without looking at it. Jessica's voice changes into a demonic voice which fears Teresa and she asks her to stop. Jessica falls, vomits white slime, and passes out. As Teresa bends down to check on her, she grabs her by the neck. Jessica's face and eyes become demonic and she splits his scalp. Caleb is pissing in the lake and is just shocked to see Teresa's situation. Before he can understand anything, Jessica catches the drone, runs it on her face, and jumps in the water. Caleb also jumps in to save her but doesn't come out and Teresa screams to see his head. After fully transforming into a demon, Jessica emerges from the water. One day earlier, Beth was checking her pregnancy and was interrupted by her colleague. She is a guitar technician and the man asks her to fix his guitar before the show. She says I'll be there before the curtain's up and the man leaves. Beth becomes upset after learning that she is pregnant. Then we see her moving toward a building. Ellie, a tattoo artist woman, is fixing the machine. Her daughter Bridget asks about the shirt and tells her that she will go to protest with Sophie. Ellie asks her to check the bathroom's hamper and tells Danny to turn down the music. Danny is recording his new music tape and ignores the chanting. Ellie asks for the scissors from her little daughter Cassie, who throws it away. Their neighbor's boy appears and asks Bridget to watch a movie, but she refuses. Cassie hits her with the doll stick and the trio starts playing while cleaning her hair. Ellie hears the doorbell ringing. She goes to see and finds no one, but suddenly, Beth appears to her surprise. They both happen to be sisters and Beth says, I've been ringing the doorbell so long it must be broken. Ellie tells her that the owners are about to demolish the whole building because it is in disrepair. While talking to the kids she tells them there were crazy fans in Bangkok. Beth sees her sister quiet and asks her what happened. Ellie sends Danny and the other for pizza to talk to Beth. After the kids leave, Ellie tells her that Jay, her husband, left them 3 months ago and also doesn't want the kids. Beth says why you didn't inform me and she tells her that I texted you and called you but you didn't give any response. Beth becomes upset to learn this and hears the messages sitting in the bathroom. Ellie comes to her and asks her about how her life going. She tells her that I screwed up again, but before she tells the actual issue, the earthquake hits. The children park the car, after which they get scared by the strong tremors of the earthquake. After the earthquake is over, Danny finds a hole there, which he realizes is a bank vault underneath. Bridget asks him to stop but Danny jumps in to find money. Danny doesn't find anything special inside except a religious artifact, 3 phonograph records from 1923, and a strange book that he takes. Ellie becomes worried about the kids and asks Gabe for his car to find them. Gabe leaves for the keys and another man comes out who recognizes Beth and calls her a groupie. Before Ellie leaves, the trio returns from the basement safely. Danny removes the book's cover and tells Bridget that we can sell this ancient book to help Mother. Bridget asks him to put it back but Danny refuses. The book is locked with sharp teeth bones. Danny tries to open it but his finger is injured and drops of blood fall on the book. The drops are absorbed by the book, and its lock is opened. Turning the pages they see multiple pictures of women possessed by the demon and Bridget closes the book asking him to put it back. Danny promises he'll put the book back tomorrow, but as she leaves he starts reading again. Beth is sitting in the bathroom and she sees Cassie in a swimsuit. Cassie tells her that she fears the water because a jellyfish stung her once. Beth puts her hand in the water and screams but there's nothing except a toy. Danny picks up the phonograph and plays it. Strange sounds are heard at first but as he slows its speed, Father Marcus's speech starts. Father is telling the people that he finds the Book of the Dead which is written with human blood and skin. People ask him to burn the book but Father says I want to open for the goodness. Then it plays that the church's secret community is working on translating the book to control and calls the demon with the help of ancient rituals. Ellie is going to throw the garbage, while the tape plays the spell and as Ellie touches the ground, something throws her back into the lift. The elevator goes up and stops, causing her to fall unconscious. After regaining consciousness, she cries for help but is attacked by terrible demonic powers. The lights go out in the whole building and they all get scared. Beth goes to Ellie's room but no one is there. After some time Ellie comes back fully possessed by the demon and does not hear anyone's voice. She starts cooking and says, "Today I will cut you all inside me so we can be a good family." They all get scared and Ellie says, "I have the devil inside me," and vomits white slime. She asks Beth to save her child from the demon and falls unconscious while Beth and the child are out of breath. Beth and Danny pull her to take her to the hospital, but the elevator isn't working and the stairs are destroyed due to the earthquake. Beth takes her to Gabriel and Fonda for help and her skin becomes pale and she looks dead. Gabriel, Fonda, and Beth think she is dead and pray for her soul. Then Fonda and Gabriel start breaking the exit door and Beth sits with her saying that she doesn't know what to do. She suddenly wakes up and they put her in the bathtub, causing her to squirm. She clings to the ceiling and screams loudly, causing a wave of panic. Beth and the kids run and she comes out with the mirror in her and stabs it in Beth's hand. Bridget asks her to stop doing this and the demon turns into their mother for a while. She then jumps on Bridget and attempts to use a tattoo machine on her face, but Danny hits her with the chair and saves Bridget. Gabriel arrives and she attacks him, taking off his eye. Beth quickly locks the door and she starts beating her head to open it. Beth sees outside and finds she killed another boy and ripped Gab's throat. Fonda shoots her, but she also killed him. Beth opens the window to call for help. No one hears her voice and Bridget says to Danny that's happening due to the book. Danny takes Beth to show her the book and show her the disc, telling her the disc plays some kind of ritual. Bridget goes to clean her wound and suddenly, her skin cracks, her nose and eyes starts to bleed. Cassie goes near the door to see her and she starts trying to compel her, telling her that your dad is also here and asking her to open the door. Bridget vomits insects just as the woman's sketch in the book. Cassie opens the door and she attacks her. While Danny and Beth are distracted rescuing Cassie and locking Ellie out, Bridget becomes possessed from her wound. Bridget attacks Beth before turning on Danny and Cassie, who inadvertently impales her through the head with a broken broom handle. Beth listens to the third record to understand how to exorcise the Deadites, but learns the priest failed and his allies were all possessed, with only complete destruction of the host stopping the Deadites. Bridget revives and fatally stabs Danny, who sets Bridget on fire before dying as Ellie infiltrates the apartment using the vents. Realizing Beth is pregnant, Ellie attempts to rip the fetus out of her, but Beth and Cassie are able to incapacitate her with scissors. Ellie fails to emotionally manipulate Cassie, who accepts the fact that her mother is gone. Danny and the bodies of the neighbors are possessed, leading Beth and Cassie to take shelter in the damaged elevator. Ellie, Bridget, and Danny then merge into a multi-limbed creature known as the Marauder 6, and climb atop the elevator to attack the pair as the elevator fills with blood. The combined weight causes the elevator to plummet to the ground floor, allowing Beth and Cassie to flee into the parking lot. The Marauder captures Cassie and attempts to behead her with a chainsaw, but Beth returns and distracts it, and she and Cassie destroy the Marauder's body by forcing it into a wood chipper. Ellie's severed head taunts Beth, saying she will be a failure as a mother, prompting her to kick Ellie's head into the chipper. Beth and Cassie escape the building together. The next morning, Jessica goes to the parking lot to leave for her vacation, where she is attacked by an unseen force. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing videos.